jot some notes down because I thought this was a very important issue that we needed to. Want it closer? Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry about that. I don't have written comments, but I do have some notes because I know that this is an important topic and I want to make sure that everybody knows why we're going to be saying and taking the positions ultimately that I think we will take here tonight. I sympathize with the opponents of the gravel pit. I honestly do. I believe that virtually everyone that's here in this room has health, safety concerns for our children at the heart of the reason why they're in such opposition to this plan. I also don't begrudge those individuals who may not have the health and safety of kids as their first and foremost concern, but have concerns about their property values that may live adjacent to that. I don't begrudge them the opportunity and their right to take up against a gravel pit of this nature. Right? I think that's why we have public forums such as this meeting, such as the Zoning Board of Appeals, such as the County Board, where those expressions of opinion can be brought forward and made known to the parties that are ultimately making the decision. Last week, at the Regional Planning Commission meeting, where I serve as the representative of Unit 5, there was a vote taken, and I voted not to recommend approval of the gravel pit. There are some that have been said, well, maybe you didn't do it because it wasn't strongly enough in favor of that. No, that wasn't the case. The reason why it was opposed by me was because the board had determined that the health and safety issues that have been raised by all of the individuals, many of you who are here tonight, were worthy of being brought forward in that forum and made known to the Regional Planning Commission. Now, if you read the paper, you knew that it passed despite the comments that I had made at that meeting, and despite my no vote, it still passed and was recommended and moved forward. I want to be clear on something. This board has certain well-defined rules in terms of educating kids to the best of our abilities. We don't have seats at the table of Normal Town Council, Wilmington City Council. We don't have a seat on the county board. We don't have a seat on the Zoning Board of Appeals. We do have a seat at the Regional Planning Commission. That is one of the forums where we are expected to put forth our opinions regarding matters that could affect this district. In this case, I am going to be voting in opposition to this resolution. Not because I don't sympathize with the people that are sitting here, I do. It's for the very reasons that have been brought up by some of the individuals as to why they're taking the position, but I am as strongly going the opposite direction. That is, it's not our role. To my knowledge, we have not been asked by the Zoning Board of Appeals, nor have we been asked by the county board to give them input on this. We've not received a letter. We've not received a phone call from the county board saying, we would like you to come down and tell us what you think. I have absolutely no basis to believe that the county board and that the Zoning Board of Appeals would reach an improper decision, nor do you. In this case, there has been no approval of the gravel pit. In terms of who hears the evidence and the facts that are presented, it isn't us, folks. That's not our role. We don't hear zoning matters for the very reason that we're supposed to be educating kids, not determining the best use of property in McLean County. The people that are charged with doing that, I believe, have common sense. If they were making this type of resolution to us in response to, let's say, redistricting, or the determination of whether or not we should be building new schools and trying to pass referendum, or whether or not we should be reducing in force those teachers that we've had to reduce because of budgetary concerns, personally I would be offended. That's not their role. If we ask for their input, certainly I would hope that they would give it to us. Some have raised the issue of the past referendum back in 2008 when I was president, and it passed. And we were given a resolution from the town of Normal in support of that. That was a wonderful thing for the town of Normal to do, but I've got news for you. It wasn't requested by any of us. It was volunteer. In terms of their decision to do that, I can't speak to that. In terms of my decision as to whether or not I'm going to comment and tell another governmental body how they should do their job and give the impression that I don't believe they know how to do their job, I'm not prepared to do that. I believe that those individuals have the same common sense that you or I have and are able to hear the facts and draw the correct conclusion, whichever way they go. In terms of all of you that are here tonight, I understand fully why you're here. But we also heard from a couple of individuals tonight that have opposing opinions. That's why we have this system that we put in place, and I say not Unit 5, but the governmental system to allow people to give that input and to let the folks that make the decision hear all sides of the story. We've heard pretty much one side of the story. We aren't set up to make zoning decisions. I wish that I could tell you that I viewed this differently and that I thought that this was a good thing for us to do. In 60 years, you've heard it said, we've never done this. I do want to remind you that there were some comments tonight. 2 people spoke asking us not to approve this resolution. One asked us not to approve it because it didn't go far enough. The other asked us not to approve it because it goes too far. This is a situation that I believe personally we never should have been asked to get in. The county board, the zoning board of appeals know that there is a school across the road. This isn't something that's hidden from them. They have the same knowledge that we have. They have the same ability to discern truth from untruth with respect to whether or not this is a good development to move forward. We have, in the past 60 years, had multiple gravel pits approved in McLean County. I will charge each and every one of you to find out whether or not those other gravel pits are similarly situated within areas that could affect schools or other public buildings where children might be. I believe you'll find that there is some. The point I'm making is not to say you don't have valid concerns. Each and every one of you do. And we've heard those concerns and we've raised them in the proper form where we're supposed to. The Regional Planning Commission. I'm not prepared to take us a step further and start down that slippery slope of us making comments to them, then making it fair game for them to make the comments to us. As a school board member, we're supposed to look at this from a 5,000-foot elevation, not a 50-foot elevation. We have to look at the best interests of the district as a whole, and I understand that those of you that are here, this is very personal to you. You either live there, you work there. I understand that, okay? And that's why I don't begrudge you, and I respect you for bringing it forward and as strongly as you have. Recognize I have to look at it differently than that. I have to look at it from, in the long run, what are we supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be telling other governmental bodies how to do their job? And are we expecting them to tell us how to do ours? I am not prepared to go there.